My fellow grudge bearers, welcome back to the great grudgeoning THOREK Ironbrow's expedition. And his expedition to regain all artifacts and build a new Dawi empire is well underway. Might say, I think things are going rather well. We do have some rebellious lizards and rogue armies that we are performing a little bit of cleanup work on, and we'll need to continue to do so. THOREK was able to just take control of another city that I can't possibly pronounce because it starts with X. Yeah. Lanhuapek? Okay, there we go. I tried. Much like many things in the English language, you just ignore a lot of the letters, like the X, I'm assuming. Here we go. Move up here and take a look at the Blood Hall. Yep, the Druchi are rebuilding, and I'm not terribly surprised at their efforts. So the Turtle Isle's under our control. In fact, the Great Turtle Isle can be improved there, which we need to get started because it takes a very long time to build in those provinces. Money's a little bit shorter because we were starting up yet another army here. I'll need some troops to help fill it in. But like I said, money's actually a little bit shy because I'm not using my typical mods. So CA is smacking us. See this army upkeep increase. This is something that's really stupid that they need to take out of the game. That army upkeep increase is completely and objectively meant to punish the player, but let the AI get away with it. And it doesn't make much sense. It just forces you to work with less, and to me doesn't add a whole lot to the game, but you know, whatever. I guess it's not really up to me because they're the ones that create the game, but it's something that I usually mod out. I did not mod it out, and I could right now, like I could go out and mod it out, but we've played it this far, and so I'm just going to finish the campaign at this point. So that's the way we're going to handle it. In any case, I do have your comments pulled up from the last episode, and so we're going to get to get to some of those. In fact, I'll start now because it is time to end a turn. And our first one comes from G-Fox, who says, "Who knew Dawi Nam would have an Apocalypse Now helicopter scene with the Flight of the Valkyries in it?" I love that. This is turned into Dawi Vietnam for most of us. Now, this is interesting that Nagaron would attack me with such a pitiful army, and that the auto-resolve thinks I'm going to take significant losses here. So, okay. Guess I'll go ahead and prove them wrong here. But yeah, this is a bold move by the Druchi here, considering they don't have any backup. I don't know how, like, I don't know what the auto-resolve is smoking here. Like, there's some significantly messed up reasoning going into this one. We do have the list of grudges updated, thanks to Killscribe. So make sure you go look at the kill list on this campaign. He has it fully updated. Cultist Sotek still leading the way. Probably will be difficult to get them out of first place. Nagaron, though, jumped up significantly. They're now in 4th with 6,498 losses, and we're about to add a few more to that list right here. So we have dealt some pretty significant losses to Nagaron. Let's get our characters are not going to be super powerful in this army because this army is pretty new. Got my frontline infantry. I'm going to put my Iron Breakers in a defensive stance so they can throw their charges better. Slayers. I think I'm going to make some small gaps in the line like this. I'm going to fill those gaps with Trollhammer torpedoes, where it'll be hard for the enemy to get through the gap, but easy for my Trollhammers to fire through it. So something like that. And I'm going to put my Trollhammers on defensive stance as well. And we need our artillery at the ready. We're going to easily be in artillery range to start with. Okay. And as far as the Bugmans go, I think I'm going to Vanguard deploy them and get some cheap shots here. Let's get my artillery into a defensive stance. Alright, let's do this thing. Alright, we definitely have the range. So we're going to force them forward to us. gonna go ahead and target executioners with my cannon. Ooh, not bad. Got some shots right through their infantry front line there. Got 22 kills, actually. I think we missed the intended target, which was the hand bows, and hit the dread spears instead. That's okay. The organ gun is gonna open up now, too. Ooh, yeah. 46 kills on the opening salvo. Yeah, I'll take it. I will take that all day long. And we're almost in flame cannon range. That's why I didn't turn these units on fire at will. I want this to be a surprise here in a moment when I open up on them with the Bugmans. There we go. Got a surprise shot there. Now let's fall back. Actually, I think we can probably get one more Savage volley here. Okay, the flame cannon has opened up. I'm going to, again, target executioners. With the organ gunner. Target their lord with the cannon. Got another Savage volley off there. Let's fall back. We do have enemy cavalry working our flank. My flanks are protected. The artillery is absolutely savaging our enemies at the moment. We've got a flanking overture here. My Bugman's back here. I'm going to move this way. We got the Sisters of Slaughter attacking us here. Not uber concerned about it. I'm gonna get rid of these. These Doomfire Warlocks are doing extremely well against Slayers, which doesn't make much sense to me. Never seen that be the case before. Okay, let's continue the assault here. Oh my gosh, yeah, we absolutely owned their infantry line. So again, not really sure where the auto-resolve was coming from on this one. And then sure enough, our Bugmans made short work of the remaining cavalry. Let's turn around and get the crossbows. Their lord is under heavy artillery fire and is definitely not going to be loving life right now. There we go. Oh my gosh. This army can put out some pretty serious range damage. Woo! Yeah, it worked. We got him. Took a few more casualties than I would like, but overall we did pretty darn well there. Our army is still mostly intact, and I'm pretty sure that that was the defending force for the Druchi, so by taking those casualties, I think it leaves them only with the garrison, which is not going to be enough to stop not Gimli nor son of Gloin. Let's take a look at the next comments. Thanks again, Killscribe. Hey, if y'all appreciate what Killscribe is doing, which I do, make sure you go to Killscribe's comment. I've left him a little heart and favorite here. Make sure and go hit the thumbs up on his comment to help support him for all the hard work he puts into that. We definitely appreciate him. Take extra money and gold because I don't really own this province yet at this point. Ardek says, I'm thinking it might be a good idea to let the AI control the Air Force. I love how instead of AIR Air Force, it's HEIR Air Force, so well done, Ardek. It says, just too much micro that's taking your attention away from the battle. That's not a bad idea, to not do the control large army, or sorry, just to turn it over to the AI. Yeah, I like the idea. I think that's pretty relevant. And something that I will likely try in an upcoming battle. So I will definitely take a look at it. Is this the defeated remnants? Yes, it is.
No.
So that is the defeated remnants of their army. I could put to shore here. Bloodhall Coven has a pretty significant garrison. I think we're going to want to be well armed in order to do this. Unless I can get onto their island. I can get onto it from this side over here. And then I can enter an encampment and replenish. There we go. So we're not taking reef attrition. I don't think I can make it ashore on this turn, so I'm gonna wait just one turn. Let's get Wall Breaker. What do we got here? It's Golden Ziggurat, Great Turtle Isle. It's looking good so far. It's gonna take a long time to build those. And let's take a look around here. THOREK is mostly replenished. Let's do some scouting here with the Air Force. Little scout ahead. Can't see any enemies yet. I know we're not fully replenished, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and take THOREK down here. Like, I'm just not terribly worried about him getting killed at the moment. There's our additional troops almost online. We've got our flamethrower brigades here. But like I said, we're going to be running rather short on cash. We'll need to start getting any extra money that we can where it's possible. And we're not going to have access to money without trade very much soon. So I'm going to tear that down and put in the toolmaker shops. And let's go look for other places where we might be ready to... Like right here, for instance, I'm not really worried about recruitment, so I can put in the trinket maker. I'm going to look at some ways to offset some of this upcoming extra upkeep. We no longer need growth at the capes. We already have some buildings that help with faster replenishment. So, like, for instance, I could... I can tear this one down and this one and put in trinket makers. And Lost Valley... Basically, we should be able to substantially increase, like, so for instance, I could leave this... I could leave that one right there, tear these down, and put in trinket makers. This one's filled up with trade and defenses, so I think that one's actually pretty appropriate at the Awakening. Volcanic Islands, we're still waiting on growth. Alright, yeah, so that'll give me a decent bit more money, because we just opened up quite a few slots. I'm going to save my cash for the next turn-in so that I can spend it appropriately on those buildings. And we'll go hit Ketsa, E-Tax, which may be Skaven. If it is, I need to raid it to get rid of a grudge. And then Itza, which is going to be a major settlement for the lizards. So let's end another turn. I'm going to look at more comments here. Becky Bishop says, awesome video as always, Air. It's a shame you can't name armies specifically because I would have suggested Air Force 1, spelled like H-E-I-R again, as a name for your Gyrocopter army. Do you think you can find a unit to name that instead? Yes, we absolutely can name a unit that. They want a peace treaty. I'm not giving it to them. I think I'm going to take my Air Force back north and get the orcs off of me.
Casting the runes.
I'm gonna push north and yeah, get the Blue Vipers pushed back. But we want to name a unit Air Force 1, so I'll just take one of my gyro bombers here. Air Force 1. So there we go. There you go, Becky. Got it for you. Yeah, it would be neat if you could name armies. Armies had names in Rome too, and you could rename armies. So I'm not really sure why that didn't carry into Warhammer. Because it was definitely a fun feature, and I would frequently find myself renaming armies. Low casualties. I'm going to auto-resolve against the rogue army here. And just occupy Ketsa. Let's growth and defense. Because we need to build this province up. Replenishment will be swift. Not exactly surprising. Sapper. We've got a Lizardman army making for Exlodal, which actually has a pretty solid defense, so I don't think Gorok's going to find any comfort attacking any of these places. This army up here of his is dying of attrition in the swamps, so won't really find itself in an appropriate fight. Let's find those places where I cleared up space. Yep, so like right here, put in a trinket maker. We need to improve the trinket maker there. Capes, we can put in 2 more. Put in 2 more here. Alright. And I think that's probably all the trinket makers that I had available. We do have the Coast of the Lustrian Gulf that can be upgraded to a Great Hold. I'll go ahead and do that. The Forgotten Isles. Must have been wanting to build something here. Recall exactly what it was. The armory, maybe, to get the Oath Gold? I'm not 100% certain what I wanted to build here. Got the port, which is a whole bunch of extra cash. We've already got a guild hall. Let's take a look around for just a second here, though. I think defenses here would be more important, because this settlement is likely to rebel over time, and we'd want to have better defenses there before we spend money. For Kerveza here, we could put in some recruiting, but I don't really... Well, I mean, we might as well. No, we got more trade goods. I don't know how many trade routes we still have open. Not a lot. Just a few with the High Elves, and that could go away based on what we need to accomplish later on in this campaign. So let's see. Now we should be able to make it ashore.
I'm going.
And on the next turn, I can either threaten the settlement if their army's not there, or I can go ahead and enter an encamp stance and replenish some. Or a handshake. Let's get in the flash bomb, which is a pretty useful ability. Now we can threaten the Blood Hall. The Druchi may have fallen back to the next settlement up here at the Isle of the Crimson Skull. AI will do that fairly often. We finished our improved Gyrocopter engines. Range for Gyrocopter and bomber units too. Let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, I think this is good. We're getting some good research done. So our Air Force now has much faster copters. They're up to 116 speed. Or at least they will be if it hasn't applied yet. They'll be up to whatever it is from there. So Laxland sieged. But we have the Air Force nearby. I think we're ready to end another turn. Let's do that. Michael says, don't know if you already did, but could you name an army? We can't name an army or one of the gyrocopters, the Heir of Carthage, so AIR of Carthage. So there we got another gyrocopter name. Yes, I'll take care of that for you, Michael. I will take care of that for you. So we've got the Air Force 1. Now here's the Heir of Carthage. Feel free to keep the helicopter names coming if you all want to. And then Firam says, do you mean, by domination, do you mean conquering just Lustry or everything in the Vortex map? What I mean by it is these victory conditions right here, the Domination Victory. So basically I have to kill the Awakened and the Blue Vipers and reforge all 8 artifacts in the Rune Vault. So that is what I want to do for this particular campaign. And that's what I mean by it right there. Okay, so the Druchi did not fall back off of this. They actually just sailed back in. They'll be replenishing rather quickly, and I'll be replenishing rather slowly, unfortunately. But they haven't done any recruiting yet. Question is, do I just siege them now? I mean, they have a pretty substantial garrison. I think we should replenish some. This army, though, Ricky is ready to go. Like, we could do, if it'll reach. I don't know if this will work. Oh, yes, it will. Look, I can pop underground here, and then out to the island, and we can tag team these guys, and they won't be able to do much to stop us from doing this. So there we go. Got some more work going on at the Turtle Isles to help with it. And Ketsa here. This army has moved past settlement. They may be moving down to their settlements. That's just going to leave Itza opened up for attack. Again, I'm not fully replenished yet, but the risk I'm willing to take. I'm going to go hit Itza while I feel like it's undefended. Then our Air Force... yeah, these guys saw me coming and then kind of backed off. So what I'm going to do is move up close, enter an ambush stance, and try and lure the greenskins back in so that we can knock them off here. Flash Bomb, Resolutes. Let's get this break open the cask, which will give us an extra restock and a faster cooldown for it. So, here we go. Buildings available. We might as well build these up. Gonna need to be built at some point. We definitely have a little more money now that we did those buildings. I'm gonna save some for the next turn. I've got this army down here. I could kind of sneak up here and take a look at the lizards. Do a little scouting. Yeah, okay, Marks of the Old One is looking kind of weak. I'm just gonna do a little scouting here. I don't really have any infantry in this army, but, you know, I can use it to gain some information. We can probably put some dwarf warriors or something in it that don't cost as much. I don't know, maybe Longbeards if it's not too crazy expensive. Defenses at Laxland. Alright, so we've spent up all our money. Heading on the next turn, we're camping here. And we have moved Dawi Heir Force, and we've moved THOREK. Alright, in that turn. Let's see, Yevon Leggett says, love the content, Air. This has been one of my favorite campaigns you played. Well, thank you. It's also been one of my favorite campaigns because I thoroughly enjoy playing Dawi. And I'm getting to play them and getting to have fun with you all, so thanks, Yevon. Eddie says that Dawi Heir Force was beautiful. It's always a good day when the new Dwarf campaign video comes out. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Glad you all are enjoying it. I am really enjoying making this one as well. Alright, so the Greenskins did come up and attack us. I don't know what kind of defenses I have at Waxland. They're pretty weak. You have a lot of Gyrocopters, though.
I'll cast the runes.
I'm imagining the Greenskins will have a pretty good chance in this fight, to be fair. Increases bonus versus large. Dang, it doesn't work on my gyros. That is so frustrating. Well, this is a dicey situation. I don't have Lightning Strike. Retreat from that, actually. Then if I...
Master of Runecraft.
Waxland and attack back. I don't get the reinforcements, huh? Well, this is actually a bit of an irritating situation. It won't let me have both my armies.
Vengeful Runelord.
Trying to think through my options. How many archers do these guys have? Not many. No, they don't have many. So...
Iron Weld.
I could attack the Greenskins here and just kill as many as possible. And then just leave the battle, essentially, without going into melee. And then if they come fight me again, I'll have my ammo again, and they'll do just as poorly, so... I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll hide my leaders, and then I'll just, like, shoot the ever-loving crap out of these guys with my gyrocopters, and just leave whenever I'm done shooting them. And then, like I said, if they follow me to attack me again, I'll have my ammunition back. So, I think that's what I'm gonna do, is just basically use all my ammunition, putting these guys into an absolute world of pain and suffering. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take my characters and I'm gonna hide back here in the woods. Start the battle right there, get in the woods. Alright, so let's take my gyros. Do not want to fire at will.
Go! Move now! Gyrocopter!
We want to use our ammunition wisely.
Firing!
Okay, there are their archers. So, we need to go get their archers out of the fight.
Range thrust!
Anything that can shoot back at me is not desirable.
Mile through!
They spirit leech me? Don't even try it.
Gyrocopter!
Try whatever I feel like, Greenskin, and you're not gonna stop me. Just trying to get their archers gone. That little magic thing actually worked a lot better than I would have liked it to. That's gonna be the end of these Savage Orc Air boys. There they go. Alright, so save your ammo. There's gonna be a couple more archers, I think. I'm gonna take my brimstone guns and see if we can find some boar targets. Yeah, like these ones are intermixed with some infantry, so they'll make a nice target. Should maximize our kills. Because there's infantry to hit if we miss. So we've done some pretty good damage there. Let's turn and find another target. Let's take our steam guns. These guys are busy searching the map. They might very well find my leaders, so I'm gonna fall back.
On my way! No!
Let's hit some targets here.
Gyrocopter! Nothing can stop us! Move now! Pass through! Whoa! Ready axes! Axes off! For the ancestors!
Go find some more targets here. I'm actually going to use my gyro bombers, see if we can assassinate their lord here.
Gyro bomber! Gyrocopter! Rock out! Attack the eggs!
Alright, our brimstone guns have done a lot of damage to some of these boar units. Have they given up my leadership? I haven't seen them find my leadership yet. Let's fall back over here, get closer to get ready to support just in case they do uncover my leadership. Yeah, we're going to assassinate their lord pretty easily. So our Air Force is obviously capable of just absolutely operating at will here. We've got 5 restocks.
Pursuit!
Let's grab a new target here. But the greenskin's gotta be loving my spam. Let's get a few more shots into that blob there. I don't like how the gyro bombers are targeting like the edge of a formation. I want them to target the middle of it. Hate that crap. More CA please moments. Up here and kill some more boars. So essentially what I'm doing here is just kind of an attritional thing. Start dropping. Oh man, we got so many bombs. Alright. See, even with this many gyrocopters, you can see that gyrocopters are not, like, terribly OP. They're good, but they're not, like, just straight up OP. And what I'm trying to get at with this is that this is why I'm suggesting they should make some improvements to gyrocopters. Again, if they need to increase the price slightly, so be it. It's fine. But I don't think it's going to hurt dwarves to have a slightly better mobility option. Like, I don't think it's going to break their faction. I don't think it breaks gyrocopters as a general rule. Alright, so almost killed both their leaders. Some really good shots on those boar boys there. Gonna move back over here now. Alright, both their lords are dead, so that is certainly going to hurt the leadership factor. The greenskins. Actually helping my units gain some chevrons too. So, Dawi Nam, folks. Well underway. See, I wish they'd kind of spread their shot, like they kind of target right at single models in the formation. So I think that obviously these units are best used at targeting SEMs or monstrous units. Alright, so let's target these clowns here. They're about to expose my leadership. I still have a significant number of bombs, too, with all of my bombers and my gyrocopter bombs. I'm just going to go ahead and fly these gyro bombers this way. I might need them. Oh, look at this big, beautiful blob of infantry right here. They're going to get the steam guns. Right. Oh, did they see my units? Yeah, they did. Alright, so the AI can now see my ground units. Let's get over here. We've near immediately routed their force. And if they get blobbed up fighting me, it's just going to make my guns that much more effective. Let's open up some steam. Ooh, yeah, that was some good steaming. Let's give these greenskins an appropriate steam bath. I'm gonna kind of get my units up here and go fire at will. These guys do not have the healing that I wanted them to have. The greenskins are going full throttle into this fight. I need my gyro bombers right here, right up on top of this. I'm gonna come drop a bunch of bombs. Use all the rune magic we can use. Alright, so we are causing some pretty extreme damage. And no big surprise. Let's start the restocking of ammunitions. I'm gonna give it to my steam gyros. Running running short on ammunition. Let's bring the gyro bombers in for another bombing run. Alright, so we got some great bombing runs in. Our steam guns are owning. Smoke bomb these guys. Alright, hold on. I need to get my gyros all lined up in here where they can start dropping more bombs. We can actually enter melee if we need to. My restock is ready, so I'm going to keep the steam guns reloading. They seem to be doing well against all this low armor. More bombs away. One of my gyros is out of bombs. It's this one, so I'm gonna actually turn these guys on fire at will. We are causing some pretty extraordinary damage, but we're also taking a lot of damage. I'm gonna dive bomb into melee with all these gyros and provide a little support to my leadership. And let's get our bombers. Okay. Start flying over. Alright, drop the rest of those bombs. Extra armor. Wow, we were able to do it. I guess I underestimated the capability of my gyro army. They did it. Absolutely got the job done. So, the Air Force welcoming the greenskins to Dawi Nam. A little napalm, a fresh napalm in the morning. So there we go. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. Like, they had to blob up to attack my leadership, and they were getting a lot of damage done, but I mean, just taking all those bombs, all the ammunition, just unloading my steam guns, just sitting there, like, just showering them. So, I mean, it is probably the first time the greenskins have been clean in a long time. The only shower they will have had. So the Blue Vipers will think twice before crossing the Air Force. Wall breaker. And what do we want to do here? Speed for missile. We want to do missile strength for all missile units. And ammunition too. We want to do all of it. Ammunition and missile strength. Plus we had the research on the gyrocopters, which was completed as well. So Thorek is in striking range of Itza. And Itza probably be well defended. Saying medium casualties, but it's actually not going to kill off any of my Dawi. I mean, if I were going to fight this one in person, which we absolutely could, it would basically just be my quarrelers and artillery just taking an absolute crap all over their garrison. So I'm just going to go ahead and auto-resolve it. That way we can get more done on this. Like, sure, it might be fun to watch, but, you know, just trying to fit more in one episode. And I think you all know how that fight would have ended. Look at this, we got the Emerald Pools. Sweet. Emerald Pools give us 100 medicinal plants. Wow. Plus 10 growth to all provinces and extra replenishment. We also picked up a gold mine and a toolmaker's workshop. So both of those will add significant income back to our faction. We need defenses here. We can train rangers and quite a few other troops here. present. Honestly, the build of this province is okay. Like, it's not bad. Probably just leave it be. I'm just going to go ahead and improve that gold mine while we're at it, and then spend a little money I have left right there. So, doing good. Let's finish Sapper, and then that means that this army here definitely should be okay to come back and grab some infantry because of all that extra money we just took on at Itza. I could just give them, like, you know, Longbeards and stuff to be a little cheaper because it's like almost double upkeep. But I mean, we're making good money, so we might as well bring in the big guns. I don't have the money for the recruitment this turn, though. I forgot. So let's head and
tried and tested.
Go to Itza. I'm gonna hold off on the gold mine for just one turn, and let's go here and get these guys some infantry started. The sooner we have that army, the better. All right, well, that helps significantly in financing my armies. It looks like the Druchi have fled the Blood Hall, meaning it should be mine for the taking here. Yes, indeed. So we've taken the Blood Hall off the Druchi, and we got an artifact piece. It's the Chain of Binding. Sweet. So we picked up another artifact. We can now reforge the keepsake of Gazel's Favored, which is going to summon a unique hero. It's Hans Valhirsen, which is going to be an ethereal Thane. So that is pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and reforge it.
The pendant of a true Dawi warrior.
It's awesome. So we've reforged yet another artifact. Let's see, how are the Turtle Isles holding up? They're okay. This could be Skaven here too. We need to check. Alright, replenishment not great for these armies, but I'm not surprised. This one's had a little more upgrades, so they're going to replenish faster, but we're done with most of those upgrades, and now we need Rune of Slowness. And let's upgrade our Thane. He's looking good because this is one of the higher level ones that we moved over from another army. So he's got a whole lot of ability. Let's do Spread Public Order. That can be handy when you're trying to calm down some of these provinces. I do not have the cash to upgrade the defenses at the Blood Hall Coven. This building's not necessary there either. So, let's see. I would say that was a pretty successful turn there. Pretty successful indeed. Let's go ahead and end another one. Nick Lindbergh says, thanks for all the consistent uploads with the campaigns there. You're welcome, Nick. I'm doing my best. Sometimes it's actually a bit slower than I had hoped, but I feel like I'm not doing too bad. Okay, let's see here. Underway interception. Yes. Kill them off. And we've got the storm attacking me here. It says that we'll win with high casualties. I'm just going to auto-resolve that too. I don't want to waste any time on it. Alright. Got some more cash in our hands. Go to Itza here. Now we'll go ahead and improve the gold mine. And Thorek is needed over here to Altar of the Horn Rat and Marks of the Old Ones. We've got to wipe out Hexotl's presence here. They may have further presence up north. I don't know for certain. I'm gonna go do some investigating over here at the Pillars of the Unseen Constellation and see if that is indeed Skaven. It very well could be. We're gonna want growth here, we're gonna want defense here. Otherwise, I'm okay with what's there for now. Or actually, we're gonna want public order instead of that. As much as I like having... Oh, no, never mind. We already got it. Good. Yeah, no, I think we're pretty well set there. Let's see. Let's open the cask. As many reloads as we can get. Turtle Isles. Turtle Isles are slow, but looking good. And our army is recruiting along nicely. Got to have yet another army to bring to bear here. Just take a look at all of our different building options and spend it where it makes sense. I guess we could go ahead and grab this extra oath gold here. Leaves me with not a ton of cash left, but we can improve some of these. Good dwarf tinkerer shop. Let's improve our lumber trade. Our Rune Lord has leveled up here. Let's finish Wall Breaker. Alright, so we still got some Blue Vipers that need another visit from the Air Force. I think we could probably just go ahead and go wipe them out. They're gonna run away though, it looks like. Can't say I blame them after their first experience with us. So the Blue Vipers are being kept in check by the Air Force. Here is our hero. Let's take him down to this new army. He needs to support our Rune Lord, and he will be excellent support for the Rune Lord. It would definitely be good to have a Master Engineer in that army as well. I think we can recruit them here at the Star Tower. So we're at a cap of 3 of 3. Let's take a look at our buildings. Unlocks recruitment of a Master Engineer. Capacity for Master Engineers. So we need to build up this Engineer's Workshop chain. Apparently I don't have enough of them. I could build it here rather than this, because I'm not really hurting for Oath Gold too badly at the moment. I don't have enough money for the Tinkerer's Den though. Speaking of Oath Gold, let's head over here and take a look at Talisman. So let's get another Old Guards tankard. Let's get an Iron Warden tankard. Merge those up. So let's see how much Oath Gold I'm left remaining. 680, we got a lot. So if we need more, we can get them. But I want to put that on this guy. Ooh, extra ward save and physical resistance would be great, actually, for this guy. And we can put... He already has magical attacks. Sort of anti-heroes. We could give him a Prospector's Pickaxe, though, so I'll go make him one. Give him the Old Guard's Tankard, the Iron Warden's Tankard, because then him healing... Extra armor-piercing weapon damage actually sounds really cool. We can actually give him armor. It won't be a lot, but we can give it to him. And that actually will make a big difference because those units have none. We can give him just extra weapon strength, which I think sounds pretty good, actually. Income, research rate, there we go. Alright, so we got Hans getting all decked out. Let's check out this Rune Lord. Yeah, it looks like we already got him decked out. Let's go back in here. Let's see here. I like the Prospector's Pickaxe because of the armor sundering. Perfect Vigor, I don't think it'd be really. Dragon Slayer's Axe. Constant on self. If hit points are below 50%, he gets extra damage. I don't really want that. The Chilling Aura would be kind of cool, like Frostbite attacks. Be cool, and it gives him more melee defense. So I'm thinking either that or the Sundering. Sundering is just so good. Oh, and we get extra damage with it too. Let's forge up the Prospector's Pickaxe. Really like that one. And let's take a look. Is there a better armor? I mean, I gave him the one that had a pretty good ward save. Gatekeeper's Helm. Oh. All allies, and it gives him 20% magic resistance. That's actually kind of a big deal because... But, I mean, the one we gave him has a ward save. This one gives him a ward save of 20% and more armor, but he loses speed. Like 15% speed. We could always do some stuff to try and make up for the speed loss. Let's give him Alaric's armor. That could be fun. Because having all that extra ward save as an ethereal character is going to be absolutely obscene. And to be frank, that's what I want. Like, I want him to be obscenely strong. Let's give him the Prospector's Pickaxe. Now he'll have Armor Sundering. And this one is good. Don't get me wrong. That one is pretty good. But this one, I mean, it's going to hurt his speed. But I think we can get his speed back. And picking up all that extra ward save, I mean, that is... And the armor. I mean, he's going to end up having a decent bit of armor, even though he's a ghost. So I'm thinking that will play out well. And then speaking of my helicopter army, I wasn't sure if these guys had the right equipment. They do not. So this guy needs himself the right tankards. Gimli, son of guns. Let's get in here since I've got a little bit left at the boards. Let's go ahead and grab him an Old Guard's tankard. I think I need 200 to do the Iron Warden's tank. Oh, we have just enough. Perfect. Let's get the Iron Warden's tankard. Now we've used our Oath Gold up. We're gaining Oath Code at a very rapid clip. Let's get in here. Old Guard's tankard. Iron Warden's tankard. Guard's tankard and the Slayer's Belt. We need an Iron Warden's tankard for this guy. Alright. Well, I think that's going to be all the time we have for this episode. I think it was pretty effective. Let's go ahead and what's up. We've captured territory. We've built more armies. We've improved our characters. We've struck new runes. We've recruited new units. And we're continuing. And we reforged an artifact and got an ethereal Thane, who is going to be extremely well equipped on our side. So I think we are in a good place. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Heir of Carthage signing out for now. I'll see you soon with some more content in Warhammer 2.